So how do we find the percent compositions of each element inside of magnesium hydrogen carbonate? Turns out first thing is we're going to find the total mass, and then we can find those percentages. It's going to be easy as 3.14. Take a look. Bam. So the first thing I'm going to do is write down the elements I see in the compound. So we have magnesium, we got hydrogen, we got carbon, and oxygen. Then we're going to identify the number of atoms of each, and that's where the subscripts come into play. So if there's not a subscript at the bottom of the element, write in a 1. So there's one magnesium. Now there's also one hydrogen, but be careful, hydrogen is tied up inside of this hydrogen carbonate polyatomic anion. And you have 2 of them. So therefore you'd have 2 hydrogen. In other words, take the inside subscript and multiply by the outside to find the total. 2 for hydrogen. Then carbon, same thing. You got a 1, but you got to multiply by the outside, so it's 2. And then oxygen, you multiply the inside by the outside, so there's 6 oxygen. Right? Nice and easy. So then we're going to multiply all those number of atoms by the mass of each individual element. And the periodic table helps us out with this. So we got 24.31 units of mass for magnesium, hydrogen is 1.01, carbon is 12.01, and oxygen is 16. So we're going to write them in the table. This is going to be 24.31, hydrogen is 1.01, carbon is 12.01, and oxygen is 16. And then all we simply have to do is just multiply this row on across to find the total mass of each element in the compound. So the total mass of magnesium is simply going to be 24.31. The total mass of hydrogen is going to be 2.02. Right? The total mass of carbon is going to be 24.02. And the total mass of then oxygen is going to be 96. Then to find the total mass of the entire compound, all you got to do, literally just add this column on up. So the total mass here of magnesium hydrogen carbonate is going to be 146.35. And there you have it, right? That's the first step of the process to find the total mass. Now that we have the total mass in hand, we're going to add a column to the table, and the percentages are now going to be easy as 3.14. Bam. So to now find the mass percent of magnesium, we're going to take the total amount of magnesium, which was 24.31, and then divide it by the total mass of the entire compound, 146.35. Hence why we had to find the total mass first. And then we're going to multiply it by 100. So all that you're looking at here to solve this particular question now of percentages is to look at that column. When we do the percentage on out, it works out to be 16.61%, and that is the percent of magnesium in the compound. Hydrogen, now we take the total, 2.02, divided by then the total of the entire compound, and then multiply it by 100, right? That's a simple percent calculation, part over whole times 100. And this works out to be a very small percent. This will be about 1.38 or so, all right, percent. That's it for hydrogen. Then for carbon, now we take the total of carbon, right, divided by the total of the entire thing, and then multiply that by 100, and we get a percentage here of roughly 16.41, right, percent. And if by now it's getting redundant, that is good. That means it's becoming routine, all right? And that's how you wind up getting great grades on the test, all right? And kind of learning anything, right? How can you learn an instrument if you don't learn, the basics, the scales, and the rudiments, let's say if you're a drummer and whatnot, right? You got to learn the basics. You got to practice a ton. So here, this is going to be 65.60. 65.660. And then, well, that turned into a circle. Yeah, we'll leave it. And then that works out to be, if you want to just check yourself, you add up all those percentages, and it should equal 100. And that's what I want for you on your next test, a 100. And what we've done is we've provided now thousands of videos out there just to help you do that in various different subjects. So take a look at our channel. We'd love to help you out. Take care.